Storm tied at 32, and we'll do a quick
Mountain View.
Oh, look at that. Yes, you're right.
Doing a little scouting.
No doubt about that. Friday night, going to go watch the other teams play. First possession will come to the Bears as they get the tip. Bomey hands to Crook, and now on offense. Ben High, 32 all as we start the overtime period.
I think if you're Ben, you got to force that ball. Try to get it inside if you can and draw the foul. Isaac's had a great game.
Looks like the Storm has dropped back into that zone now, that 2-3 zone. They had, as you said, the sort of the switch-up zone a minute ago, but now they're back into a 2-3. And the Bears being patient. Michaela Isaac, the 6'1" sophomore, put it up no good. Maloney, the rebound, couldn't get it, and the Storm will come out of there. I almost said an out of bounds off the Storm, but a great job hanging on to that by Kaylee Phillips. And possession comes to Summit as Kristen Parr crosses midcourt. Sets up offense for the Storm. First time here in this overtime period.
And Phillips doing the little things, not doing a lot of scoring, but doing blocking, rebounding, and forcing stuff to happen. There you go. She puts one in.
Scoring, yeah. And doing a little of everything. You're right. She went right to the hoop and got the bucket. And now Summit up by 2 at 34-32.
Interesting choice from Maloney. I thought that they would go with Kenzie Bomey. Well, she's already out there. You can't have two of her out there, but
and an offensive foul called against Bomey. Great job, as you just pointed out a minute ago. Kaylee Phillips has done a little of everything. Well, How about that? Taking a charge, and that wasn't a gentle charge.
No, Kenzie had nowhere to go. She was going to make it count. If I'm going to get called for a foul, I'm going to make it count.
And she did, but possession back to Summit.
Boy, Taylor Pierce with 2 free throws for Summit to send it into overtime.
Come on, Matt, get her.
Raja Shah, patient, the freshman, resets the offense, and we are inside 2 minutes to go in the overtime. Storm with a 2-point lead, and the foul is going to be on Michaela Isaac. So 1 plus the penalty. They say the foul happened before the act of shooting, so it'll be a 1-and-1. As you see the reach-in call on Isaac, I believe here. 22 reaches in.
Yep, right there and got her right in the head.
Well, Ben High might have got a bit of a break there. That could have easily been in the act of shooting, and 2 shots automatically. As it is, Pierce will get a 1 plus the penalty. Has to make the first to earn the second, and she does.
She's been iced, only missed 1 free throw the whole night.
Knocked them both down, and I'll tell you what, considering the fact that Ben High only scored 6 points in the second quarter, 6 points in the fourth quarter, just coming in tonight, coming into the gym, came around the corner in a hurry to get back up here and walked right into him. He's like, hey, Mike, and I was like, hey, sorry, coach, didn't mean to run you over there. Here come the Bears on offense. They need to get something out of this possession. I'll tell you what, it's a 4-point game, and Ben High can't really let too much more time go and too many possessions go.
Well, they want to work it into Isaac. She's being triple teamed.
Crook's shot is off. Rebound comes down to Pierce, and there's your foul. It's going to be on Isaac. That'll be her 3rd personal, and a 1 plus the 1.
Guess who's going to the line?
I was going to say, of all the people to foul, that might be the one you didn't want to foul, but it was a quick foul, so Ben High stops the clock by fouling Pierce. Important note, the possession arrow is with Summit. So if there is a tie-up in the next minute 28 of this ball game, the ball will go back to Summit as Pierce goes to the line for 1 plus the penalty. And boy, she makes it look easy, doesn't she?
2 words that we mentioned in the broadcast: free throws.
We talked about it, how the Bears did not capitalize, and Summit has. And Taylor Pierce just looks perfect at the line. 6-point game inside 90 seconds to go now, as Crook needs some help. Trying to get inside to Isaac, and the foul will be called underneath on Summit on Pierce. Yeah. Looked like she just sort of reached in from behind and knocked the ball away, and she's a little surprised that call came so fast.
All right, you got Isaac at the free throw line, the lefty. She's got to get both free throws.
This is a 1 plus the penalty now, because keep in mind that's only the 8th team foul on Summit, and Isaac was not in the act of shooting, so she's got to make the first just to earn the second.
Didn't
she
get
won't
it.
do it, and Pierce with a rebound. And Pierce is fouled from behind by Bomey.
Now you're getting to a point where you got a 6-point lead now for Summit. She puts both. If she puts both of these free throws in, you've got to call a timeout and set up for a 3.
Boy, Taylor Pierce, absolute money at the line. This will be her 8th in a row if she makes this one. Now, all of them coming in the final couple of minutes of regulation and overtime.
I can remember as a kid listening to Bill Schonley, you got to make your free throws.
Got to make your free throws. Well, she made 7 in a row before that miss, and I think that 7 in a row is going to be enough because it's 39-32 Summit with just a minute 5 to go. And unless the Bears come up with a couple of threes here in a hurry, there won't be any coming back as Pierce's rebound now and hands to Raja Shah, and the freshman is going to be fouled, and she'll go to the line.
This is going to be a good upset win for Summit.
Yeah, now we'll go into the 2 free throw chance opportunity for Summit because that's the 10th team foul, so the double penalty now on Bend High.
And this is Raja's first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Again, Raja just a freshman. Bend High student section trying to disrupt her, and their timing was a bit off. They all yelled when the ball's already in the air. Got to yell just a bit earlier than that.
Hit them both.
Neither opportunity impacted.
That's when you turn back to them and make the little hush noise.
Back the other way into Isaac. She rolls into the key, and it's going to be too little too late.
They gave her that.
Too little too late with a 7-point lead down to the final 40 seconds as Pierce crosses midcourt, and she's fouled. So a couple more free throws coming up for Taylor Pierce. Just add to those stats because this one is in the books. It will be a Summit victory, and as you said, this is a big win. Keep in mind, they were down 11-5 after 1. So if you do the math, that's a 36-23 gap since then.
Wow. And again, they've taken Bend completely out of their game. Well, and the band director right now is going, hey, enough.
Well, it's probably a good thing because every time the band yelled, the Summit players made the shot.
Oh, the turnover. So now all Summit's got to do is play out the clock, hit a couple free throws.
It's a good look at Taylor Pierce, who's been the key player down the stretch for Summit. With outstanding free throw shooting and poise.
Summit made a couple of mistakes in regulation, trying to kind of be patient and kind of take the slow down offense. They have been absolutely on ice here in the overtime.
See if Bend High fouls or just tries to play a little defense, and Edwards across midcourt, and ball's knocked out of bounds by Bomey, but it'll stay with Summit. Bend High just trying to play some defense, not foul. So with a victory here tonight for Summit, this is a big win right here for the Storm to come into Bend High and get the victory. Summit will go to 4-4 overall. Bend will drop to 8-4 overall, as the foul will be called on Crook, and Shar will go to the line.
Raja at the line, she's already hit 2.
And the freshman makes it look easy as she knocks down her 3rd in a row. bump that lead up to 9 points. And you wouldn't have guessed it if you just read the paper maybe tomorrow and see the score and you go, oh, it's a 10-point game. Summit blew them out. Well, no, folks, this is overtime. I mean, this thing was tied going into the extra session. So really a big overtime performance by Summit, but this final score not indicative of how close this game was.
And most of it's been free throws.
Execution by Taylor Pierce specifically and the rest of the Storm players here in overtime.
Well, and that's the way just the second half of this ball game has gone for Ben. They haven't been able to hit their shots and execute on offense.
SB Ryan missed the first, made the second. And down to the final 4.5 ticks on the clock. Let's see if the Bears just let this clock run out. And they will, and that'll do it. How about that for the Summit Storm? A big comeback victory for Summit. Down 11-5 after one. They pull away big in overtime, outscoring the Bears 12-3 in the overtime session to get the victory. 44-35 the final. We'll do a quick commercial break and then come back, wrap things up for you. You're watching Ben Broadband, COTV, back right after this.